When you were young, McDonald's was the place to be thanks to the promise of playing in the play place. They were the best, right? They were a place to meet other kids, to explore what was possibly the best playground in town, and have adventures you just couldn't have anywhere else. But adulthood comes with a lot of baggage, and unfortunately, some of that baggage is the realization of just what it was you were playing in and crawling through. Get ready to have your childhood memories sullied beyond redemption, because here's a look at the weirdest things to ever happen at McDonald's play places. Dirty needles. It's not just kids that love McDonald's play places. Apparently, addicts do too. In 2018, an 8-year-old playing in a West Virginia McDonald's found a needle and turned it into her mother. But not before getting stuck with it. Luckily, she was fine, but it wasn't even the first time drug paraphernalia had been found at a McDonald's play place. In 2014, 2 toddlers in a British Columbia McDonald's found a syringe, needle, and some burnt foil. The culprits were never found, but the incident did lead to tighter security and video surveillance. Couple ODs in front of the kiddies. Speaking of heroin, in 2014, CBS News reported that emergency services were called when Robert Paul Palmer and Tamika Lynn Jeffers overdosed on heroin while their 5- and 8-year-old children played in an Ohio McDonald's play place. The New York Daily News says it was restaurant employees who discovered the couple and called for help. Authorities reported that one adult was completely unconscious while the other was just unresponsive, and both later recovered from what police described as life-threatening overdose. Later, the Palm Partner Recovery Center reported they were each sentenced to 6 months in jail, with Jeffers receiving a suspended sentence and time served. Talk about a not-so-happy meal. Mum gets banned for her concern. You could probably guess that playgrounds of all kinds get pretty gross, but in 2011, child development specialist and mother of 4 Erin Carr Jordan launched a crusade against not just McDonald's, but against all fast food chains that had playgrounds. After videotaping the disgustingness she found inside fast food playgrounds, she took swabs and sent them off to the lab for testing. Those tests found fecal matter in 90% of the playgrounds she tested. Yuck. Instead of spurring McDonald's to clean up their act, though, Carr Jordan was actually banned from entering the play places at a number of Phoenix, Arizona locations. Since then, she's found Kids Play Safe, an organization that certifies restaurants that regularly clean and sanitize play areas and perform safety checks of the equipment. Smutty playing cards. Play place staples like the Big Mac Climber are long gone, and some have been replaced by video games. But even those can pose a potential hazard, as one Pennsylvania mother and her 11-year-old daughter found out the hard way. Jennifer Mudrick's daughter called her over to one play place card game to show her the photos on the back of the cards, which featured nearly naked women.
For her daughter Lily, this wasn't the break she deserved today.
You could almost see some private parts.
Naturally, the Mudricks complained to management, then went to CBS affiliate KDKA. Reporters actually went to the McDonald's in question, and when they got there a few hours after the incident, they found the game was still on and still had the smutty card deck in play. It was only after reporters started asking some uncomfortable questions that management turned it off and referred them to corporate, who later said they were investigating what happened. Hash bars. Given the various issues McDonald's has had with their play places around the world, from parents losing their kids through a secret exit in New Zealand to a child eating a used condom in Chicago, it wouldn't be a surprise if McDonald's decided to phase out play places entirely. But despite widespread internet rumors, there's one thing they won't be doing: replacing play places with hash bars. Yes, it sounds kind of silly when you say it out loud, but thanks to some viral fake news, many people were convinced that McDonald's locations in Colorado are in the process of phasing out play places so they can turn them into safe places for folks to smoke the state's legalized marijuana. However, it's all just a hoax, as McDonald's issued a statement confirming 100% that this is not true. Sorry, pop fans, looks like you'll have to get your munchies the old-fashioned way at the drive-thru like everybody else.